All right, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD Wednesday here, back in here on PlayStation Source, and we did already get the news, the great news, honestly, that tomorrow morning we will be getting a brand new live stream that will house PS5 news in it. Of course, you can keep it locked here on the channel. Make sure to stay subscribed, ring that notification bell, so that you know when I go live tomorrow morning, when we will be going down and reacting to all this PS5 news hype. I cannot wait for it personally. Make sure I want to see all you guys in that chat tomorrow morning. I should have a live stream scheduled on the channel. I'm gonna do it right after I finish uploading this video, but I will have it, up for everyone to just be able to just wait in line. You know what I'm saying? Wait in the queue, chill for a little bit, maybe do some predictions in the chat and stuff like that. But that'll be going down tomorrow. Make sure to go keep it locked here on the channel. But before then, I want to just make a little video about what I think we will see tomorrow with this PS5 event, as well as some reactions around the industry of what we could possibly seep out of this event and what we can maybe see given some other things that have gone down today. So without further ado, let's talk about what I think we'll personally see tomorrow during the PS5 event. Now, starting off here, we did get some really cool reactions, mainly from two different people, involving what is going to be shown tomorrow. So, obviously, these people are in the industry. One of them you know very well. The other one you might not know so well, but I will definitely fill you in on who this person is. But these two individuals are aware of what they are going to announce tomorrow for the PS5 event, and they have some, little hints, little statements that kind of definitely do tell their tone going into tomorrow. So, the first one here is the lead engineer programmer at id Software, and his name is Billy Khan. And so this was up on Twitter. He posted a quote tweet with the tweet as well. Again, there should be a screenshot somewhere here on the screen if I do this right, Kevin. But he says here, PS5 details will finally be made public tomorrow. My TLDR, too long didn't read, version, it's awesome. So, coming from a tech programmer in the industry, presumably he is working on a game over there at id Software for PS5 and stuff like that. Obviously, if we have, compliments of that degree coming from a programmer, you gotta assume that the hardware is gonna be pretty buff, pretty good, and definitely up to next gen specs. So I cannot wait to see what he is referring to in terms of it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? But one person that you definitely do know is, of course, Kotaku fame Jason Schreier. So of course, he is well renowned to know a lot of different things in the industry. He definitely is one of the few journalists that really does do his due diligence and really does do a lot of work before he says anything. And I feel like his word means a lot more than the average person. You know what I'm saying? Especially me. Because who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I? But anyway, right? So Jason Schreier, he says here, quote, I don't know how many teraflops, LOL, making a little joke there, the PS5 has, but this is the sentiment I've heard from several technical-minded folks, One told me it was, quote, the most exciting hardware in 20 years, unquote. Will be fascinating to see how it stacks up to the impressive Xbox Series X specs. And so, obviously, I do have another video working, on later on in the week in terms of what Series X announced and how one of those details ties closely to PS5 and the patent that was filed under Sony a few months ago. So I would definitely have that video out sometime this week. Hopefully, it's already scripted, it's already done. But that's what he was referring to in terms of, comparing it to the Xbox Series X specs that came out this week. And so overall, again, Jason Schreier, hearing from someone that, granted, it's not him saying that, this is his own opinion, but he is relaying this. And if he's going to put it out and relay it, he seems to be supporting it nonetheless. And so calling it, not him calling it, again, him reiterating someone else's words on the PS5, saying that it is the most exciting hardware in 20 years. That's exciting stuff there. That's really, really cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that means that, it doesn't cover PS1, but it covers PS2, PS3, and PS4. So, and of course, you can't forget the PSP, the PSP Go, don't forget PSP Go, and the lovingly, my sweet prince over there, chilling on the desk, the PlayStation Vita. But PS5 is supposed to top all of those and then some. So hopefully we will see that all come to fruition tomorrow. Just wanted to share some thoughts in the industry. What are people saying that are in the know in the industry are saying about PS5, what is going to be announced tomorrow. And once again, I'll say it again for the thousandth time, you know, amongst all the doom and gloom that's been going on lately in the media and stuff like that and what's happening in the world right now, it's nice to get a little positivity, at least here in the gaming community in terms of PS5. And up next here, one more thing I wanted to note here was that there was an interesting article that came up on Push Square that unfortunately the tweet that they are referencing is no longer up. And so I only have a quote from what Push Square said that this tweet allegedly said, but you know, and I say allegedly pretty lightly. I only say allegedly because I can't see it for myself, but if Push Square is going to put it up and link it and stuff like that, it's most likely something that happened, right? So this happened over on the Japanese PlayStation account, and they did confirm publicly on their Twitter account that the that the details and what we are going to know right now about PS5 tomorrow at the reveal event was going to be planned for GDC 2020, which of course was canceled due to the epidemic that's going on right now currently in the world. And so this is here quote, I believe this is a quote from the tweet. It said, quote, "This video contains a session scheduled for GDC, scheduled to be held in the United States." And so I guess for some reason, you know, they weren't allowed to say that. You know, I'm not sure what the deal. I mean, I don't think that's really like negative or like anything bad that someone would tweet out that's in the know. Like it's not bad that this was planned for GDC, because you know this was the week that GDC was supposed to be happening anyway. And it seems like, you know, with that being said, with GDC was originally planned for this week and them coming out and still doing what they were going to do anyway at GDC at a separate event that we have now tomorrow, it's very telling that maybe Sony is, you know, maybe this is a little bit more formulaic than what we all expect. Like maybe the February reveal event was never even a thing ever, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean we all felt kind of weird about February not happening, but maybe it was, you know, but with that being said, with us feeling weird about February not happening, and then them coming out here on the Japanese PlayStation account saying that, you know, what we are going to see tomorrow was always planned to be at GDC 2020. It's interesting to see that, you know, maybe they're just going to follow their own schedule how they see fit, you know, and this is what it is. Because I know there's a lot of talk about you know, how they are going to do this right after Xbox announcing their stuff yesterday, which I think is really, really funny. I mean, that's just me. I think it's really, really funny. But, you know, I digress. We will see y'all tomorrow. Just interesting context to see that what we're going to see tomorrow was meant to be seen during GDC 2020. And lastly here, let's go over what I think is going to be, you know, at this real event tomorrow, right? Because I know a lot of people, you know, really want to see the box in the PS5. They want to see different games in the PS5. They want to see game announcements. They want to see pricing. They want to see release date. Honestly, I don't think we'll see any of that. And there are some exceptions to that rule, but I think overall, this is going to be very much, you know, like the PlayStation meeting back in 2013 when they first announced the PS4, right? So if you all recall that meeting, I have some clips over here that I have gathered. You know, that meeting was about 2 hours long. I don't think we'll get a 2 hour long conference tomorrow. I mean, maybe we do, but I don't think it'll be that long. I mean, but who knows? You know, it is Mark Cerny. He loves to talk architecture. He loves to talk about the software of a given PlayStation hardware. That's what he loves, right? And he loves one more thing as well, but we will talk about that later. But you know, this also, you know, coming out that everything that is going to be said tomorrow was supposed to be at GDC 2020 is where I'm a little bit more on the realm of, all right, we are going to be talking about the console and its effects and its advantages of being a new console. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I feel like it'll be very much like the PS4 PlayStation meeting where, you know, we got the announcement that they are going away from the cell processor and going to a more PC traditional architecture for that console as well. Obviously, PS4 is already that, so PS5 doesn't have to announce that again. But I feel like we are just going to see like surface level, very, very development type verbiage coming from PS5 tomorrow. I don't think we will see any games, you know, or anything like that. But there are, you know what? Let me just jump to those exceptions, right? I feel like we will see tech demos that show off the power of PS5. of certain assets and certain scenes that end up being day one launch PS5 games or PS5 games in general, right? So for example, they used knack during the original PlayStation meeting to, show off the complexity and the amount of processing power that PlayStation 4 can handle. I think we will get similar things with PS5. Like, I think we will get certain examples, just like when they were first talking about PS5 publicly, where they showed Spider-Man, the load times of Spider-Man, as well as how fast Spider-Man can web swing on the PS5 hardware as opposed to PS4 hardware, because yes, that is controlled by how much the console can render at a given speed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they will show that, and like they will show that. I don't think we are gonna get like outright game announcements tomorrow, right? Like, I feel like that is not what we should be expecting tomorrow.
So what's going on, guys? I'm editing the video, and I just realized that they did indeed announce knack at the PS4 reveal event in 2013. So I don't know what I was talking about. I thought that there wasn't any game announcements there, but there was. So maybe there could be game announcements, but I digress. On to the video.
But hey, I mean, if we get it, I can only be pleased. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only be surprised at this point, right? I'm just tempering my expectations in terms of what we will, actually be getting overall. You know what I'm saying? Because in the quote that Mark Cerny gave this morning, as of this recording, when he first announced that this was happening, this event tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? He was saying that, hey, like, we are going to talk about how this will affect the future of games. He didn't say we're going to announce games for PS5. You know what I'm saying? Will there be little snippets of PS5 games? Sure, I think we will get that, but I don't think we're gonna get straight up announcements like a press conference, but that's just how I feel about it. What I do think we have a solid chance at seeing is the PS5 controller, right? I think they have been seeing that, we've been talking a lot about this controller. We got reports that we report on the channel as well about it being able to detect heart rate and the sweet secretion and stuff like that. I think we will see the PS5 controller at some point tomorrow. Because again, if we look back to the PlayStation meeting, we did see that they did show the DualShock 4 officially for the first time at that reveal event. So I think that's a safe assumption. I think maybe a safe bet. I won't say assumption. I'll say I might put a little money on that. I won't put all of my money on that. I mean, I don't have a lot of money to put on that, but I'll put a little. Tuck a little dollar in his wallet, I'll tuck a little some for later, I think I would be okay with betting a little bit, only a little bit, on them showing the controller tomorrow, right? But I do not think, again, we will see the box. I think that's unrealistic. I don't think we'll see the price. That's unrealistic. I don't think we will see full-on game announcements like I've said before, right? But to play devil's advocate, right, we did have the Xbox Series X get announced with them showing the box at Game Awards 2019, which was approximately like 11 months before the console is set to release, which is insane, right? So maybe we are looking at a whole, generation, lead up being very, very not traditional. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a factor. Like, maybe we do see the box tomorrow. Even though I highly doubt it, maybe we do. You know what I'm saying? Considering that we've already seen the Xbox Series X already, it could tell for maybe this is just a whole different generation and both companies are playing it differently. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think we will. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. But here's the one thing that I think we have a solid chance at seeing here, guys. Call me crazy, right? You guys are wondering the thumbnail. Why is knack there, right? Mark Cerny loves two things. One, as I said before, he loves talking about software architecture for PlayStation consoles and for I guess, specifically PlayStation hardware. You know what I'm saying? Just overall. Consoles, hardware, same thing, right? But he also loves knack. This man loves knack more than anything, right? Like, I have never met the man, but I think that's what he I think that's what he loves the most, right? Like, if he was on Vormir, right, and like he had to sacrifice the one thing he loved, it would be knack. You know what I'm saying? To get the soul stone, 100%, right? Soul for a soul, it'd be knack. But anyway, I'm like half joking, right? I mean, hey, if we see knack 3 tomorrow, that's that's going to be a great time. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think that you will be seeing tomorrow on PS5 on the reveal event? What are your thoughts? What do you think that we will see? What do you think we won't see? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. And make sure also while you're down there to check out the description where you can find our Discord as well as our Twitter link to follow both of those social channels, as well as our Anchor link to listen to our long-form content in podcast format. That, of course, being Safe Slot Podcast, as well as Road to Part 2 and Road to Final Fantasy VII Remake. All of those are weekly shows here on the channel. You can listen to those long-form contents in podcast format. And make sure you like the video as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. I'll remind you guys one more time, ring the notification bell. You don't want to miss when I go live tomorrow with this PS5 event. It's going to be great. It's going to be hype. We're going to have a great time. Make sure to keep it locked on the channel for when I go live tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.